Good morning, traders. Welcome to our daily webinar. I've just recorded the stock webinar, weekly webinar. We'll do the cryptos one. It's going to be very fast because we only had one new crypto to it. That two, Dash and the ADA. The rest of them, I couldn't add them because first, I don't know which one you guys want, right? I'm not sure whether you want it on which platform. So if you can, under this video, if you can be very specific, what's the code in TradingView, because I'm using TradingView platform, the code in TradingView, and which platform, which exchange you want it on. Be very specific and make sure you post that and under this comment and make sure enough people like it. Now, our group has selected top five. Two of them I have on from the five that the group has selected. That is Dash and ADA. Now, the group has also selected Link and dot six something. I have no idea what the hell that is. Whatever that is, you guys please put your. We can add 4 more or 5 more here, right? Please put the ones you want under there, and everybody go and under that one make your comment that yes, you would like this. The one that has the top 3 we would add this week, right? I will add them tomorrow. So make sure if you want to see that one, you go and you add the comment. You post it first, and then everybody can comment on that one and say, yes, we would like this one. The more people, the more likes that, and the more comments that one get, the better the chances of it going on the list. Thank you very much. Let's go. Bitcoin. So we're starting with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is in a consolidation. I've been telling you this for a while since we're watching it, but simply because of the way that it's going up. And it's not, we can't be sure what happens to this, right? This could be a correction of its own, but very often because of the sharpness of it, it's part of a bigger correction. So we've got a running flat here, or assume that would be a running flat, but this is not going as aggressive as we would like. It need to go like this. And if that doesn't happen, then we come back and say, maybe it's not a running flat. So this is a smaller correction of its own here, something like that. And this is making a bigger correction of its own because this is still a sharp impulse. So you've got a 1, 2, 3 here. The chances are this might go back up a little. And if it does that, we'll come back here. If we make a big flat there, we'd assume that this is of its own correction and this is going to go up some more. Now, this is my take. This is my personal view. This has nothing to do with wave analysis. This piece is just my personal view now, what I'm going to tell you now. This thing is 60,000. Right? Here's the deal. If you think it's going to 100,000, let's say you think this thing is going to go to 100,000, so you would like to buy one. You have the cash, you would like to buy one, you would like to buy 10, I don't know how much money you have. And it's going to 100,000. And let's say the people who owns it knows the same thing you know, that it's going to 100,000. Why are they selling it to you? Let's say you own one and you think it's going to 100,000. Are you selling it at 60,000? If your answer is no, then what you need to ask yourself, who is the fool that is going to sell to me if I want to buy another one? What is it that he knows that I don't know? And if he can sell 1,000 or 10,000 more that he has in stock, why the heck is he doing it? If he has 1,000 more that he wants to sell to you, why is he doing it? If he knows it's going to 100,000. The same question I've been asking people when it made its first peak. When it made this first peak here, the same question I ask, if it's 20,000 now, who's selling to you? If you answer the question correctly, you would have sold and you would have bought back in the lows. So the same thing you have to ask yourself. You might have an emotional feeling that you're missing out. And that feeling only started here. That feeling should have started here. That feeling should have started here. You see that buy set up there? That you're going to miss out. But at the bottom there, you were like, oh my God, this thing is going to, some people were even saying that this thing is going to collapse. There were people who were saying that because when it's going down, your emotion is, oh my God, it's collapsing. It's going to go to nowhere. When it's going up, oh my God, it's going to go to heaven. That's an emotional stage that you're going through. That has nothing to do with reality. What you have to do is if you want to buy this thing, let it come back here. And then you can look for the next peak. That is my personal view. That has nothing to do with wave analysis. That's just a common sense thing. And you should ask yourself that. Now, if you're holding one at the top there, I don't know how this works in terms of how fast you can get rid of it, because from what I'm understanding from some of my traders who trade, you don't get to buy it so fast and you don't get to sell it so fast. Because if it starts to drop, you're likely going to be stuck with it in your hand back to about 10,000. How deep it can correct? Oh boy, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised. How fast it can come down, you also would be surprised. I don't know how it's going to come down. I don't know how fast and how deep. I'm just saying, when it starts to drop, you don't want to be the last person to exit. Just think about that part. You don't want to be the last person to exit. That's all. Let's go back to wave analysis. Based on wave analysis, what we have here right now is a likelihood, because we've got a sharp one here and this here, the likelihood of this going back up like that. See? Going back up like this. So there's a buy setup here, short term. I said short term because it's short term. When they get to this stop here, there's a good chance we can come back to this level. So keep your eyes on it. Let's go. XRP. Now, here is one you should be interested in. Remember I showed you the bottom in Bitcoin just now? Before they broke this little peak. So Bitcoin had a peak like this, and now it has a peak that is way up, let's say about $10. If you put it in comparison to what the Bitcoin chart looks like, right? The first peak was here, the second peak of Bitcoin was like this. If I tell you this is a better deal to buy than Bitcoin, you'd say I'm crazy. Hey, Bitcoin is going up, this thing is falling. Why do I want this? Well, you're never going to get this if you don't invest in it here. Now, is it going to collapse? I have no idea. I'm not saying you should invest. I'm just saying if you want to get to the top of the peak, if you want to get to the top of the mountain, unless you have a helicopter to take you to the top, you better start climbing from the bottom. Right? When it's at the top, you've got to have a helicopter to take you there, and the chance of you falling down is better because you have not climbed up. You don't know how the heck to climb. That's your problem, right? So let's go back to the 1 hour now. And you're very close to that bottom. So let me show you what the 4 hour structure looks like. This is what we have in the 4 hour. This is a big consolidation in the making here. You've got a 1, 2, 3 here. The low was this. This was the lowest point, right? I believe that to be true. I'm not sure. Based on the charts I have, that was the lowest point in this down move, right? And we've got to move up. We've got a sharp move down. We've got a relatively sharp move up. And it looks like we're making some kind of a consolidation in here that should come back to this level. After which we can go back up there, we can come back down here, and then we can take off like a rocket. Those are the chances. So every time it comes in this range here, if you're interested in it going up, and if it will go up, this is where you need to get it, between 20 and 10. If you want it to go to $10. If it will go to $10 and you want to make money, that's it. If you're a short-term trader, which means only today you're going to trade and you're going to buy and sell, then there's a correction going on here. And this correction would fall slightly like this. That correction at some point is going to do that. After which they might even go back up and they might drop again. So in the correction, if you're trading those short-term trades, you can follow the pattern and get some short-term trades. Well, like I said, if you want the big move, try to get it from the bottom here, try to get it from here. And you might have to, especially if this becomes a big correction, once you get it from the bottom here, the up move will still happen. Whether it's a big up move or a smaller up move, you will still get it. Okay, this is also in a consolidation here, and we're expecting some downside. You can probably see this consolidating. So maybe they're going to drop somewhat here. I think you could drop back to this level. We might get a flat here, see? And then upside. Take this off. Take this off. They're useless. No longer. You don't need them anymore. What you're looking at is this sharp wave down, and you're looking for something back down like that. Now, this might not be the one that goes. This might be the one that just does this and go back up and does this and go back up and then drop. See? But you don't know that, so you'll have to sell this and hope that that is the one that goes. If it doesn't go, get out for break even. That is something we teach in our room, strategies and management of trades. Because you don't know which and when is going to be the drop. You don't know which of these corrections are going to drop. This could be a smaller one within, it could be the bigger one because of the fractal nature of the market. But if you understand wave analysis, chances are you're going to get out for break even if that one doesn't go. Dash. Okay, same here. You're getting a kind of a corrective structure here. The way this is looking, this looks like a separate correction of its own to go back up a little and then come down. See, that would be something like this. Sharp one and then downside. Maybe back to this level. Let's see the bigger picture. By the way, what's the 1 hour? I forget I'm on the weekly and the daily. Yeah, this could just be, depending on whether this was the low, you got an impulse, this could go up, but it might be in the lower time frame they're correcting. So in the lower time frame, all you're getting is a correction here right now. This is the 1 hour one. This should probably come a little more and then go back up. It's the same thing. It's just the bigger version of it. You're probably going to go back up there, break that top, and then come down. So short term, your trade, you look for a buy setup. Okay, this one is already coming down. So we've got that. How far it's going to go now is the question, right? Once this structure broke, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to get this. Because if you could get 1, 2, 3, and then go back up again, and then you get that one. See? So should you take this trade? Absolutely, because you don't know that. When you start to see the way it's going down, when you start to see the way this is going down, that's where trade management comes in. That's where you decide, okay, wait a second, is it still going to go? Or is it somehow trying to go up? And that's where you go into these structures and you start to see. Well, so far it looks good. I don't see a reversal as yet. I would see a reversal. We broke the low. I would see a reversal if this makes a flag here. So if I was in this sell, or if I was in this sell, I would be selling this one to the downside. And I see this, then I'll close my trade here and look for the buy. See? You don't have any reason to close this yet. The ADA, okay, it did what we expected to do. It made 1, it made 2, it made 3, and then it go back up there, but it didn't break out of the top, see? And that means that you're still in the correction. You're going to make more correction. You're just going to make bigger corrections now. So this thing will probably consolidate in this range for a longer period. And if this is sharp like this, then the likelihood this one is going to be very corrective. You get another sharp one, and then you're going to get another one down like this before you go. That is the likelihood of the pattern you're going to see. Now, not necessarily you're going to see that pattern. I am making that conclusion based on what I have. What I have is this 2-piece. That's not enough to make it. But I'm just using my experience to say, okay, if it does this, this is how I normally see them behave. So what's your immediate trade? Go into 1 hour. Your immediate trade is a sell setup. You want this to go back up here, give you this flat, and then go for that sell setup. That's the immediate trade. Right? And then you'll see where it goes from there. So let's see. That's about it. I think we've finished it. I would add, like I said, I would add a few more to this. So please, under this video, because in the past you've made your comment, we have done some of that. It doesn't matter if yours is not on there and you would like to see it, post it on the comment under this one. And those who would like to see that one, please vote for it. So I'll take from today's video, I'll take the 2 or the 3 with the topmost live comments on them. Right? So if somebody said they would like to see link, and 15 people said yes, link under that one, great, link will be on. You have to tell me which platform, which exchange you want to see it on, and what's the exact code on TradingView. Right? Thank you very much. Have a great day. Trade with care. If you like this video, please share it. You're going to help somebody else. Take care. Bye.